In this video, I'm going to go over the 4.3 homework, which is on point slope form and standard form. So the first set of problems asks us to write an equation in point slope form. So that is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And remember that the y1 here and the x1 are where the ordered pair goes. So when we look at the first one here, it's going to be y minus 3 equals 7 times x minus 5. And that's it. And the next one is going to be y minus, but we're plugging in a negative 3, so it's going to merge right into a plus sign. And then negative 1 is going to be out front for our slope. And then x minus, and once again, we're plugging in a negative, so it's going to merge to a plus sign to be plus 6. On number 15, it's going to be y minus 11 equals 4/3 times x minus, and then it's negative 2 to merge with that to make a plus sign. And again, one more time, y minus negative 9 equals negative 7/5 times x minus negative 2. Done. And then the next part says to write each equation in standard form. So remember that standard form is pretty picky because the first number must be positive, and that's the number with the x. Then the second number is with the y, and on the other side the equal sign is the number without a variable. And a, b, and c must be integers, which means whole numbers. So we will see what to do with those in number 23 and 25. So in the first one, it's given to us in point slope form. So let's distribute. And now we can start to move things around from side to side. So we can move the 10 to be with the negative 16. And then we can move the 2x to be on the other side. Okay, so we have negative 2x plus y equals, and negative 16 plus 10 is negative 6. So from here, there's only one thing that I have to fix. It wants the a term to be positive, so we just switch every sign to its opposite. So this would be positive, and then this would just be a minus sign in here, and this would be a plus. So 2x minus y equals 6. All right, let's go to the next one. Again, we'll distribute as our first step. And then we can move things around from side to side. So the 9 can go over with the negative 54. The 6x can move with the y. So it'd be 6x plus y equals negative 45. Since a is positive, everything else is a whole number. It's in the correct order. We are done with standard form. So that is going to be our final answer there. All right, now we've got one with a fraction. So the very first step when there's a fraction is to to multiply by the denominator number. So we're going to multiply this side by 10, which is actually just going to cancel that out. And we are going to multiply this side by 10. And when you do that, please put parentheses around it and multiply the 10 to both of the terms. And now we can also distribute the 9. And then from here, we can move things around just like we were in the other problems. So we have negative 9x plus 10y equals negative 43. From here, the only thing that we have to fix is getting the a term to be from negative to positive. So plus, minus, plus. So really what's happening here is we're multiplying everything by -1 on both sides. And you can just do that in any problem. All right, that right there is your final answer. So one more time with the fraction. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply everything by 3, which cancels out that 3. I'm still going to have the negative with the 1. You could have multiplied by -3 to also cancel out the negative, but then you're going to have negatives over here, and who knows what's going to happen at the end, because we just need to make sure that our x term is going to be positive. So we'll see at the end what we could have done better at the beginning. You really have no idea of telling, though, until you get to the end. Okay, so I'm going to distribute on everything now, so get 6y plus 9 equals -x plus 2. So I do have a -x. I can't leave with that at the end, so maybe I should have taken the negative with it. But when I move things around, actually, it's going to make it positive to get it on the right side. So we are good with leaving the negative with the 1. We made the right choice. So we have x plus 6y equals -7. And that would be your final answer there. Okay, so now on the back we are writing things in slope-intercept form. So that's y equals mx plus b. The m is the slope, the b is the y-intercept, and the x and y stay x and y. So in the first one here, we can start to distribute as our first step. And then we just have to rearrange it so the y is the only thing that we want on the left side. So we add 6. And we're gonna basically be done now at this step. That would be your final answer. That one is already in slope-intercept form. So that's just something that I want you to be able to recognize is what form equations are already in. So that one's done. Alright, in here we do not need to multiply by the denominator like we did with standard form because it's okay to have fractions in slope-intercept form since slope is a fraction. And when you multiply these, what I do in my head is I do 1 times the whole number and then put it over 6. Or you could do cross-canceling. So that would become a 3 and that would become a 2. Because my next step when I would have done this anyways, I would have had 4, 6, and then I would have said, okay, that reduces to 2/3. And then over here, nothing else changed. And we're going to then subtract 2. So y equals 1/6x. Okay, so we have 2/3 and we're subtracting 2. So 2 is equivalent to saying 6/3 because the way that I think about that is 6 divided by 3 gives us 2. So if we want to just change that to a improper fraction, so we're doing -2 minus 6 more, which is -8, and then put it over 3. And that's one that I would not recommend changing into a decimal, and that's what the answer key has too. The reason being is whenever you have a denominator of 3, that will give us a repeating decimal, and we never want to give a rounded answer because we're very precise when in math, and we always like to give exact answers when we can. Alright, one more time. So we're going to distribute the fraction, and we're going to have -2 over 3. So right there, my strategy was just multiply the whole numbers, and then I'm sorry, they're not both whole numbers, but the numerator with the whole number, and then put it over 3. And negative times positive is negative, and my strategy here is 1 times 6 is 6, divided by 3 is 2. So that's going to give us a whole number of 2. And now I'm just going to move the 3 to the other side. And I'm done. So for our last question here, it says the number of copies a newly released movie rented at a Redbox decreased at a constant rate of 5 copies per week. So whenever you see the word per, that means that it's something that has to do with your slope, because it's constantly changing at a steady rate. And then it says the 6th week after the movie was released, 4 copies were rented. So the 6th week corresponds with 4 copies being rented. How many copies were rented during the 2nd week? Okay, this is a loaded question. Let's first just write an equation. And my go-to way that I write equations is in slope-intercept form. But we're actually given a point when it says the 6th week has 4 copies rented. So maybe I might want to write this in point slope form. And remember, time is always your x in a word problem. So the 6 stands for the number of weeks, and the 4 stands for the number of copies that are rented. And your m is 5. Oh, actually it's a negative because it's decreasing at that constant rate. So I'm going to actually start with point slope form. So y minus 4 equals negative 5 times x minus 6. And think about this. How many copies were rented in the 2nd week? That's kind of saying this as an ordered pair. So let's do this. You can actually plug in that 2 right here. And do 2 minus 6 to get negative 4. And the reason I plugged the 2 in there is because that's an x value, and we need another y value. So negative 5 times negative 4 is 20. So this y right here is going to represent how many movies were rented in the 2nd week. So now I add 4 to the other side, and y would equal 24 copies. And that would be your final answer right there.